Alrighty then. Okay, let's do some sharing of this stuff. Okay, music hates me today. Why does the music hate me? There we go. Alright. Where did it go? Okay. Almost ready to start coding. Let's go. Perfect. Okay, so let's start up the code. Coding AR.js experiment. That npm start. I got some of these things today, so it might make our the process easier. Well, let's see. So I'm gonna fold this a little bit so that it's easier to use potentially. But I'm making it less straight. That's not a good sign. Okay. So hopefully this marker will still be good enough for our data visting. Okay, so almost done. Also, my camera is higher now than it usually is because I bought a new tripod that's a bit sturdier than what I had before. So maybe, well, it feels a lot more stable, but it's also bigger, so I'm not sure yet how I feel about that. Because I am kind of short. Let's see. Nice. Thesis work is always good for you, I think. Okay. What? Doesn't detect the marker. Let's try reloading. Okay, girlfriend offering to spend money for me. Why doesn't this work? I printed these things so that it would work. Let's see. Let's try removing all local storage for AR.js markers. Reload. Let's see if it's gonna work better on the phone or whatever. Okay, let's see this. So we open the marker file on my phone, which is, I think, way back. Oh god, I have to scroll back a week. That's not good. No good. I don't want to scroll back a full week. Let's Google it. Hero.jpg. So as far as I know, there is a concept of making dynamic markers, and we tried making a new one last week, but it didn't really seem to work. I don't know how to convince AR.js to use the new marker. So last week we created this marker, but it's not detecting it, so I'm not sure why. And I'm now having trouble with detecting my printed marker as well. So I'm not actually sure. It's supposed to work, but it doesn't seem to be working very well. Does that answer your question, Wira? I think that's how you pronounce that. Photos. Interesting. So for some reason it's able to see this marker, but it's not able to see this marker. Maybe it will be able to see this marker. Oh, interesting. Okay, this gives us a little better performance, I think. That was weird. Okay, so I think I know what the problem is. This one doesn't have any white around it, and because it doesn't have white around it, it's not recognized. So I'm gonna try to make a sturdier version of this one so that we can use it, because it works better than my phone does, because my phone has a lot of glare. Bird, stop eating the basil. Okay, let's try that. Also, this is my drawing of North Korea from last time. It turns out that you cannot train a marker on a jagged thing. It needs to have an edge. So we're going to reuse this to make a sturdier version of the hero marker. Like that. And like that. So I'm basically just folding it in and hoping that that's gonna work. And I'm gonna go get some duct tape to make it actually stick together. Oh, I actually don't need duct tape. I have tape in my magic text drawer. There we go. Okay. And if I press this button, we get that rocket thingy we were building last time. Phew. Alright. Tape. Interesting. Okay. This is some fancy kind of tape. It has this stuff. I don't know what it's for, but it's really fancy. Okay. Cool. So now when I do this, we get the Minecraft guy. I wonder what would happen if I had a better better webcam with more resolution, because this doesn't seem to go very far. Or does it? Actually, it's pretty cool. Okay. That's not bad. Cool. Okay. So we have a marker, and Bird, why are you eating my blinds? Come on. Maybe you shouldn't be up there. Okay. Now, let's try to replace that Minecraft dude with something more hurricane-y. One of the things I said I wanted to try building . So I don't think that AR.js has gesture tracking built in, or at least I haven't seen any examples for that yet. So I don't think it's there. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think the new stuff coming out in iOS 11, so ARKit, I don't think that has gesture recognition either. So I think the whole gesture stuff is still pretty far away. But it would be really cool. I'm sure that if you were somehow able to put markers on your hand, you could track that and interact with that, but I don't know. AR.js is primarily meant for augmented websites, whatever that means. Okay, so where were we? We had this thing here, AR.js experiment, source app.js, and here we have our ballistic missile from last time, which we're gonna stop using, and we're gonna make instead a hurricane. Wait, have I committed this? I have. Okay, so here we have our marker, which is a pattern, and let's try, just for kicks, let's try using the other URL first. So it was ls public markers marker 64.pat. Let's see if that works. So markers marker 64.pat, and what happens if we go here to markers marker 64.pat? Oh, okay, maybe that's the problem. Let's try making it a text. Move public markers marker 64 to public markers marker 64.pat.text. Text. Will that work better? Because if that works, then we have something really cool on our hands. Okay, promising. Wow, holy shit, what was that? So now it shouldn't react. It still reacts to that one, but it really should react to this one instead, and it doesn't, because of what the camera does. So the thing that I'm still not entirely sure of in AR.js is you have this magical camera entity, that has all of this stuff, but doesn't really. Yeah, it's got a lot of defaults, and I don't know how to override them. So maybe what we can do is we'll look into AR.js, which is where, oh, node modules, no. How did we, yeah, node modules, AR.js, A-frame, build, A-frame, AR.js. This is gonna be a huge file that's gonna crash my Emacs. I'm sure of it. Also, it is really hot here today. Yeah, so I might end up taking my shirt off for this live coding because it is hello Emacs, are you opening that file? There we go. Ah, that's why it didn't work. Okay. Let's try not going into the build file. Sort AR.js, A-frame, source, component anchor, component anchor. I have no idea what this stuff does. Okay, camera. Okay, so maybe what I have to do instead of that is, wait, what happens if I completely remove the A marker stuff? Maybe I was editing the wrong thing. Okay, no. Still need that, that's good. So next thing I can try is I can try moving the URL to our camera component. So we have a marker, mappings URL, a marker camera also accepts a URL. So what I can do here potentially is this. Let's see if that works. Whoa, so many people. I wonder what happened. Okay. Nope. Okay, so it doesn't look like I know how to change the URL of the marker. This is the last thing I'm trying. Then we're gonna make a hurricane entity, because I think that's gonna be more interesting than me trying to reverse engineer how AR.js works. Womp. Okay, we're just gonna use this one, and that's gonna be good enough. Perfect. So we take away the missile entity, and we take away this because it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Take away the button. Let's keep the game loop for now. No, Kiwi, come on, that's my marker. Don't eat the marker. What's on your face? Is that? I can't decide if that's poop on his face or not. It's the wrong color to be poop, but what the hell did you eat? Hold on, I have to go clean my bird. Great. So let's try to make a hurricane. A-frame React. Let's see if there's any A-frame React examples that have appropriate stuff. Okay, that's that. That's not going to be useful. Also, A-frame examples could be useful. A-frame React boilerplate. Okay. Community component system. Ah, perfect. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna find something that is very similar to a hurricane, and then we can just use that. Excellent, excellent. Okay. So we are going to render a hurricane. And I'm gonna keep all the stuff there. Class hurricane extends a component. And does it need a component? No? Perhaps. Okay. Let's just do it as a component for now. We're gonna return an entity that's going to be an empty entity for now. Okay, so it should be just the Minecraft guy. Okay, let's make the Minecraft guy smaller because he takes up a lot of space. Okay, so now A-frame registry. We're looking for something that looks similar to... Dude, stop ruining everything that's more beautiful than you are. Jesus, look what you did. Can't you eat this instead? See? Toy, made just for you. Oh, you're an idiot. Controller cursor, crawling cursor, environment, that's useful. Event set, extras, grid, JSON model, object model, ocean. Ooh, motion capture, that's cool. Particle system. Particle system looks like it's going to be the right approach. Okay, let's try the... So basically the way you can model a hurricane is by having a particle system and just having particles fly around in a circle. That's what we're gonna try. npm install save a frame particle system component. Kiwi, stop that. Come on. Look what you've done. We just got those blinds installed like a month ago, 2 months ago, maybe it was 3 months ago. And you've already almost destroyed them completely. How are we ever gonna get our deposit back if we keep doing this shit? Play with your toys. I swear the bird is just bored or something. Okay. So A-frame particle system component. Dust. Okay. Colors. There we go, colors. That looks like a useful one. Snow. It's just falling, rain. That's that, okay. Okay, dust is that. What is stars? Dude, come on! Stop that! Stop! Okay. Okay, so how does this say we can use that? Ah. Oh, okay. A-frame particle system component, we say stop. We say particle system preset snow. Let's try that. Preset snow, or we set colors. Let's see what happens. There. How did I do that? Okay. That did not work. Let's try completely copying it from here first. Or not, okay? Doesn't seem to really be working. And I'm not sure why. Key. So let's try playing with this. How did they get colors to work? Sources. Okay. I have no idea how to read this code. Examples. Colors. Okay. So we say a entity particle system with color. We take this. And it needs a position. So that's color, and we say position equals 0 to 25 minus 15, whatever exactly that means. Oh, I guess it's just the position on X, Y, and Z. Okay, let's position it at 0. And let's see if there's any errors that get reported. Okay. What happens if I copy this over and put it here? Well, let's just put it here. Okay, so now actually if I put this outside of a marker, then it should be general for everything. Let's see. There we go. So it's displayed up all the way up there. Now when I do this, the Minecraft guy shows up. But if I move it into a marker, then it should show up here. So now it's invisible and it should show up all okay. But the particle system isn't working at all. Oh, maybe because I should do this. Let's put it at 0, 0, plane. Okay, now let's see what happens. Woohoo! Okay, that's promising. Excellent, okay. Now if we remove all of this, and we've kept the particle system stuff in the hurricane, now what happens? There we go. So now we get a bunch of particles flying out of our little Minecraft guy. Sweet. Now let's see if we can make them spin around and look roughly like a hurricane. How can we do that? Let's see. A-frame hurricane. Ah, that's not gonna work. Particle simulation. Hurricane particle simulation. Inertial particle dynamics in a hurricane. Okay, A-frame. Okay. I have a feeling we have bitten off more than we can chew. Okay. Let's just try playing around, shall we? Maximum age in seconds. So let's say max age. Oh, all of that should be in the particle. So max age is 1 second. Let's see what that does. Okay. Fascinating. Okay. So position spread 0, 0, 0. What does that do? What if we say it's 1, 1, 1? Interesting. Okay. Excellent. We're having some progress here. We almost understand what... I don't know what happened there. Cool. So let's move that to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. And max age in seconds, let's say, is 0.8 seconds. What else do we need? And let's say the size of our particles. Okay, so type is disk. That I think is going to make them emit in a circle, which I think is how hurricanes work. Rotation axis is going to be 0 on X, 0 on Y, and 1 on Z. And let's say accelerate. Size, let's say, is 0.3. Okay. The duration in seconds. Particle count. The texture. Oh, we can use different textures. That's good. Okay, and let's say opacity is 0.8, and blending is fine, max particle count is fine. Let's see what happens now. Cool, cool. Doesn't exactly look like a hurricane, does it? Okay. What about, let's see, rotation axis. No examples. Oh, X, Y, and Z. So those are the values. So let's see what happens if rotation axis is X. Z. Nope. What else can we do? Let's see. 3JS hurricane simulation. Ooh. I think I can actually slow down the speed of the particles. Let's see. Velocity value. Velocity value. 0, let's say 50. So the default is 0.250. I don't think that slowed them down. Just did something really weird. 0, 0, 0. Acceleration value. Acceleration value. What if 0, 0, 0? Let's see what happens. So now they should be at 0 and without acceleration, but they're still doing the exact same thing as normally. Okay. Minus 2, 0. Let's say velocity is 0, 1, 0. Oh, okay, let's try acceleration spread. Make that 0, 0, 0 as well. What happens now? Well, it does seem like they're spinning. Okay. Hurricane simulations using different representations of atmosphere-ocean interaction. Very nice. Very useless. Very confusing. Ooh, ray tracing. Cool. Okay. Molecules? That's cool. WebVR. Panorama, Daydream, Cubes, New. Webgl Advanced. Attributes / particles. Well, this could be useful. I have a feeling that we took a bit off more than we can chew, or at least I have. But this stuff looks like it could be useful. Okay, what else is here? That's cool. Ocean, lava. Cool, cool. Whoa. That is intense. Wow. Okay, let's try to render this as the bottom layer of our thing. Yes. Oh my god, this is great. hi Evgeny. I need to go find a snack because I'm getting kind of hungry, but next step we're gonna try to put some ocean in our thing, and then we're gonna try to find a 3JS example that we can abuse for our purposes to make a hurricane thingy. Doesn't look like anything I'm googling for actually already exists, so that's a problem because I'm very bad at coding in 3D. Also, this is getting kind of choppy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you want some cheese? Here. Okay, let's view source. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Whoa, that's cool. Oh, I wonder if this could be used. There we go. I think this one's gonna be perfect. Okay. Excellent. Okay, let's try putting the water there first. I think. Although this isn't really A-frame, it's 3JS. Although it does require a lot of code. A lot of code that I'm not really sure how to translate into my code over here. So that's a problem. I think we have examples. see, A-frame embed 3.js example. There we go. Excellent. So we have register component for my 3.js thing, and we just kind of create it. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Looks like I crashed Chrome. It's a bit of a problem. Looks like if you have too many 3D things going on in Chrome in different tabs, it seems to crash. Okay then. So let's try Webgl Shaders Ocean. Oh, let me get my chat rooms back. Yeah. Pop up chat. Perfect. Actually, if we're gonna be doing this experimentation, let's try getting this one first, the GPU particle something something. So we need, I wonder what these two are. Let's try okay. I wonder what the stats thing is. Do we need stats? No, we do not need stats. Do we need that? Container GUI. Okay, I don't think we need the graphical interface either. So let's just get the GPU particle system. The button I get on GitHub, this one, that's code climate. I don't really know why it shows up everywhere. It's only supposed to show up for a couple of the repositories I use. It's essentially a linter that tells you how well a project is doing in terms of linting. Okay, so we take JS GPU particle system from here. JS GPU particle system, and let's see, do I have it in 3.js here? Node 3 samples. Oh, I do. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, let's try doing that. So import 3 / node modules 3 examples JS. Okay, 3 examples JS GPU particle system dot. Okay, I don't need to do .js. Let's see if that works. or will it complain? Okay, kind of worked. I think it worked. Yeah, cool. So now we can go back down here and we can start changing our hurricane. Then we have to go here and our hurricane. Let's see if we can register a component before it mounts. That seems so dangerous. Let's just do it here. So we do a-frame.register component. What did you say it was gonna be? GPU particle system. Okay, and then what do we do? So GPU particle system takes a component that has a schema, which in our case doesn't do anything yet, and an init function, and let's say const element equals this dot element const okay, now we need to take our particle system stuff. I think we can take this as our schema. Let's see, how is the Minecraft guy built? Public Minecraft. Let's see, register component, Minecraft, okay, skin URL, blah blah blah. I don't understand how this schema translates into our character. And where does the character... Okay, so new Minecraft car. I have no idea how this schema stuff works. No idea. Okay, so let's just do this. Oh, okay, we can take function init and just copy it into our function init, right? Yeah. Let's see what that's gonna do. So, okay, container is going to be this. Where am I? Okay, so we have container is this dot el, and then we can't move the camera, and we already have a scene. Okay, then we don't do scene.add for particle system. What we do is set object 3D. I'm not sure if it's a mesh, but sure. that. Spawner options, okay. Then we don't then we don't need the GUI stuff, and we also don't need stats, and we don't need the renderer or the trackball controls. Okay, so in theory this should make something happen, but it probably won't. So let's see. A-frame is not defined, particle system is not defined, tree is not defined. Excellent. Import A-frame from A-frame. Import tree from tree. That might work. And import particle. See, that's the problem. None of these things are designed to actually work with proper imports and stuff. I'm assuming this is because the 3JS community is used to building random demos. They don't actually build anything real. So if I go to node modules, 3 examples, JS, GPU, particle system, see, it's just adds to the tree object because it just assumes that the tree object is gonna be there. Yeah, this is completely incompatible with imports. Not a fan. Okay, so what can we do here? I'm kind of at a loss for what to do. I guess let's try doing it the dirty way. So copy node modules, 3 examples, JS, GPU, particle system, 2. Wow, you're really enjoying that prosciutto, aren't you? Okay, so we copy that to our public file folder, public folder, and we also touch public A-frame hurricane.js, and we do this. So much like the Minecraft guy down here, we are going to simply do this. Hurricane. Okay. Now we go into public A-frame hurricane. We paste that, and we say we register component hurricane. Then we have to go into public index.html, and we request a few more things. So we have the GPU particle system JS. And also script source public URL / A-frame hurricane JS. Okay, now let's see what happens. Something is undefined. Tree GPU particle system is not a constructor. Okay. Why isn't it? It loads before we do. Console log tree.gpu particle system. Oh, unexpected token on GPU particle system. What? Why? On line 1. Oh, .js. Wow. Index.html. We'll fix that. EL is not defined. Perfect. But this is actually progress. So we go back to A-frame hurricane. And we say EL. Great. So now I have no idea if our hurricane entity is there or not. But we know the Minecraft guy is there. Jesus, bird. Let's go back to our thingy here. And let's see, how does... So we have particle system, scene add particle system. Okay. Good boy. So we have all of these options things, and I'm not sure how to use them. Let's see, how does the A-frame Minecraft guy get animated? Create Minecraft char body animations. No idea where that's getting called. Oh wait, let's see what happens if I go in here and we say body animation is jump. Cool, cool. So that makes the guy jump. Oh yeah, there was. Good call. Okay, dude, stop eating that. Object 3D add. So we have, let's try that. Object 3D dot add particle system. That might work, although I'm still not sure what it does. Okay. So let's try to figure out what Minecraft car does. Okay. So we have the texture, default material, material transition, sizes. Model root is a 3D object. Geometry, mesh. So this is, I guess this is building the thing together. Just kind of adding different geometries and stuff. But where's the animation? Okay, so I know that we are adding animations with this stuff. So what happens if we don't have that stuff? Okay, he just stands there. Okay. Now he's high waving. Minecraft body anim. So if we go to this, we should have Minecraft body anim, register component, Minecraft body animation. Okay. Aha! There we go. Tick. This is what we were looking for. Perfect. Ran out of battery. Stop eating that. Oh man, my computer is overheating as hell. Okay, girlfriend's not on her way home yet. Okay, I'm gonna give this another half hour, then I have to go do other stuff, unfortunately. Doesn't look like we're being very successful. Dude, stop! Are you just trying to get attention or something? This little fucker is an attention whore. Okay. So we have tick. Force animation according to controls. And then you have body anims dot update. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. So here, if I say tick, that should be a function as well, right? Yeah. And I can go here and take our animate function. And we already get, what's the delta? So A-frame Minecraft. In the tick we get now and delta. So now delta. So we have delta. Okay. Right, so how is this thing making options just... because they're out there, okay. So we say this dot options and this dot spawner options. So here we go const options and spawner options equals this. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna work because I have Chrome. Hopefully it's gonna work. And we have to say this dot particle system. We add this dot particle system, and here we take particle system out of this as well. Then we have this dot render method, and the render method here is just render scene camera. Guess we don't need that. Now let's see what happens. Actually, let's console log that we are doing stuff. Tick is not defined. What? Tick. So how does it define tick? Okay. Let's say just for, let's hope it works if we say that instead of tick we use delta. No, that's not gonna work. So where does tick come from here? Okay, so tick starts at 0 and then it keeps adding, so instead of tick we have to do now. Okay. Does it say tick anywhere else? No. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Great. Everything is very crashy. Okay. I think I crashed that Chrome tab. Excellent. Force quit. Come on. You're being force quitted. There we go. So we go back to localhost 3000. Let's see. Why does it keep doing stuff so much? Nice. So I think we destroyed this thing. Okay. Okay, so whatever we just did made our experiment stop working in Chrome, like completely. So if I comment this out, then what happens? Something is terribly wrong. And I'm not sure what it is that is terribly wrong. No, come on, I commented it out. There's no more doing stuff. It looks like we made my Chrome so slow that it's not even able to reload the JavaScript correctly. So that's quite an achievement. Okay, let's give my computer some time to chillax. Excellent. Okay. Now let's try that again. I think I removed all the animation stuff from the particle component. Perfect. Okay. Now if we add the stuff back, but don't do anything useful with it, what happens then? Okay, that still works. Come on. Now, what if we add some stuff back? Okay, so now we're just calculating positions and stuff for the new every new particle, but we're not actually spawning them. So it still works. Great. Now we have the spawner rate, and we spawn each particle, and we spawn rate, we turn it down to only 100 particles. Great. So now we are spawning particles somewhere, but they are not exactly visible. Why is that? Let's see. So what I'm wondering is, what gives our particles okay, so they have a color here, so they should be visible, and we add them to the scene. Here we are adding them to the object 3D. Okay, let's go into here. So we have a particle system. for A-frame. Let's see what that does. Okay, register component particle system, with a bunch of crap, presets. Okay. This.al set object d3. Okay. So say this.el set object d3 set object 3d called particle system is particle system. And let's also try to console log particle system so we can see what's in there. And that might give us some ideas. This dot particle system. Okay. So I can't tell if this is actually being called right now. Particle system. Okay. Let's refresh again. Okay. So we have 3 particle system with particles per container. Then we have an init function. Excellent. Oh. It has an EL. Bird, what are you doing on my back? So what I'm trying to figure out is what is it that I have to add to set object 3D, because I am very confused. Will that make the element not be there? It does, okay. So we're essentially kind of just we're injecting the element into the thing. Then we have children, particle container. That's promising. Let's see, dot children. Will that do anything useful? Interesting, stopped working. Okay, so it does have to be this dot particle system. Okay. What about if we try it with the ocean? Although I'm not sure that's gonna work either. No. Okay, then let's try translating a simpler 3JS example and see if we even know what we're doing when we are translating examples to our A-frame stuff. All of this is very complicated. That's a very cool example. Neat. Okay, how does the grass work? Here we go. This is gonna have a mesh that we can add as a mesh. Let's try that. A-frame grass.js, and we go into index.html, and we script source public URL A-frame grass.js. We go here and we say, what do we say? A-frame register component grass. Is it a function? No, it's a thing. It's an object, and it has an empty schema for now. And then we need init, which is going to be a function. The function is, okay, I don't think we need, what is detector? I wonder what detector does, but we need geometry, texture, and mesh. Then we do, what do we do? This el set object, okay. This dot el dot set object 3D mesh. Okay. Then we have window resize, generate texture. So this dot generate texture, I think. Generate texture is this function. Do some weird stuff here. Okay, then we have animation, which is this render thing. So we say on tick, we have function that takes time and delta, and we don't do anything here, because I think this is just the rotation of the camera around the grass for the demo. Okay, so we have the grass stuff. So now I can go into app.js, and here instead of let's do grass, or let's just do nothing. Kiwi, come on. We do entity grass. Let's see what happens. I have no idea how the fuck to make this shit work. Anything grass. It never inits the stupid grass. So we're registering component grass. All of this stuff should be working, but it never gets called. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, now it was initting grass. Okay, so it initted the grass here, which means it should be visible, but it's not visible. I am very confused by how any of this works. So we have the mesh, and it looks like it should work, but it doesn't work. So it looks like we are not able to, or at least I'm not able to figure out how to translate a random tree.js example into an A-frame example. Because if we take A-frame examples, that generally seems to work. I think. A-frame statistics with D3.js, that looks cool. So this is probably gonna take a bunch of things. So I'm not gonna be able to make it work. What's dot apply? Come on. Why do you use a weird? Cool, cool. Let's see. So npm install save a frame environment component. Then we go here and we say import a frame environment component. And we should be able to make an entity called environment. And we'll see what it does. Okay, so that's cool. Okay. Let's see, what kind of preset we should we take? Environment equals preset. Let's call it, which one should we use? 3 poison arches. Let's do arches. Cool. Okay, so now what I can do is I can go very far away with the marker . I guess that's kind of cool. But yeah, it looks like this 3D stuff is harder than it looks. Also, it would probably work better if you used your phone and pointed it at one of these images. Cool. I'm gonna stop this experimentation for now, and I think I'm gonna stay away from 3D stuff for a while because I seem to be extremely bad at it. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'm gonna take suggestions. Write in the comments and tell me what you want to see me experimenting with next week. Thanks for watching. And Chrome crashed. Perfect.